Let's move on over to Cape Town then, where SANTACO in the Western Cape is holding a taxi peace summit in that city today. The organization says the gathering is focused on ending violence in the industry and building a safer, more stable public transport system. For years, taxi-related violence has disrupted lives, livelihoods and the mobility of people across the province. Nasiphi is on the story and brings more of those details then from the mother city then, of course. Nasiphi, this has been long-standing. What more could possibly come out of this peace summit?
Well, I mean, that is a very important question. Also looking at the fact that in the Western Cape, there was a taxi task team that was established from the police's side, working with various government spheres to tackle and crack the cases that we've seen over the years. And Arabile, just looking at how deadly the Western Cape taxi industry has been just the first half of the year, due to targeted killings, violent shootings, and also commuters being caught in the crossfire. And at the core of it is intra-disputes among taxi association bosses, route disputes that we saw this year, the M18, the route between Somerset West and Fuleni, saw a rise in the conflict within the taxi industry, leaving about 9 people dead, and that's only due to the shootings that we saw. I mean, looking at the incidents on its own, we had a taxi driver that was shot dead in Strand just in June alone, and an 8-year-old boy that sustained gunshot wounds, caught in the crossfire, rather suffering gunshot wounds due to a stray bullet. And in April, we had the Kata taxi boss, one of the taxi bosses there, Mongititi, gunned down in Nyanga taxi rank. And earlier on this year, a shootout, and from what we heard from police, it was due to a dispute within the Taxi Industry Association, and there we saw 15 security guards being arrested and 2 taxi owners, and over 120 spent cartridge. And with all the talks that have been had, including the taxi task team that was established between the taxi industry and various government spheres, I suppose now one is interested to hear, with all the talks and all the task teams that have been established, what more can be done to curb the deadly violence within the taxi industry, particularly in the Western Cape.